Here is the AVAST Security News Roundup for the week ending March 18th, 2022. Computer glitch disrupts 80% of rail traffic in Poland and other countries. Polish passenger train operator PKP suggested passengers consider different modes of transport with thousands of refugees pouring in from Ukraine. Polish authorities noticed disruption to the rail network early this morning, citing faults in control devices in several local railway traffic management centers. The disruption caused delays, and some trips were canceled altogether. WPR24.pl reported. According to Poland's Minister of Infrastructure, a glitch in the traffic control system made by Francis Alstom caused the disruption. The traffic control failure affected the entire country, covering over 800 kilometers of tracks, sparking fears the disruption was a part of a Russian cyber attack. Poland is the main destination of refugees fleeing the war in Ukraine. Many refugees use trains to reach Warsaw, Krakow, and other cities accommodating refugees. Close to 3 million people left Ukraine since Moscow's invasion began February 24, 2022. UK watchdog concerned over Norton Lifelocks purchase of AVAST. Norton Lifelocks' $8.6 billion purchase of AVAST raises competition concerns. The Competition and Markets Authority said Norton Lifelocks' proposed purchase of AVAST could lead to a reduction in competition in the UK and ultimately a worse deal for consumers when looking for cyber safety software. David Stewart, CMA Executive Director, said, unless the companies can offer a clear-cut solution to address concerns, the CMA intends to conduct an in-depth Phase 2 investigation. Norton LifeLock and AVAST both offer cyber safety software to consumers under various brands. Products include antivirus software, privacy software such as VPNs, and identity protection software. The UK competition watchdog is concerned that the proposed deal could lead to UK consumers getting a worse deal when looking for cyber safety software in the future. According to Reuters, Norton LifeLock called the CMA's decision surprising. AVAST said the deal will only benefit consumers in the UK. The investigation would delay the completion of the deal, which is now expected to close in mid to late 2022 and not April 4th as originally expected. Stellar startups, beware. Bad guys want a slice too. Some cynics say no good deed goes unpunished. And that appears to be what is happening in cyberspace, with high-growth enterprises more likely to be targeted by threat actors, according to a recent study. Hypergrowth companies, defined as businesses enjoying more than 40% annual increase in revenues, are increasingly singled out by cybercriminals hungry for an illicit slice of their fat profits, InfoSec firm Beyond Identity said in a blog. Employees from hypergrowth companies reported more cyber attacks than standard growth companies, said Beyond Identity. Over a third of respondents said their company had experienced 3 to 5 previous attacks. Slightly more than a quarter reported 1 to 2. Read the full story at Cyber News. FBI launches crypto unit to curb online crime. The new nerve center of the FBI's virtual currency program, dubbed Virtual Assets Unit, will help the organization with intelligence, technology, and operational support. According to the FBI, VAU will house virtual currency experts and additional resources to help integrate the understanding of cryptocurrencies in the investigation process. The motivation for setting up a crypto-focused unit is clear. Virtual assets dominate the cyber underworld as means of ransom and payments between threat actors. The VAU is meant to help agents throughout the organization to make the most out of the virtual currency expertise the FBI already possesses. Read more at Cyber News. Anonymous stole 20 terabytes of data from Rosneft's German unit. Hackers claim to have wiped several dozen of Apple's devices, penetrated deep into the company's administrative systems, and obtained image copies of employee notebook drives. The German branch of the loosely knit collective Anonymous claims they've breached the German subsidiary of Russia's state oil company, Rosneft. Local media reported that Rosneft approached the company's BSI cybersecurity watchdog, indicating that the data breach has indeed happened. Rosneft is the third largest German oil refining market player with deep political ties to German elites. Former German Chancellor Gerhard Schröder is Rosneft's chairman of the board. Read the full story at Cyber News. U.S. law to compel firms to report cyber attacks. The Senate has approved a bill that, if passed, would require vital infrastructure companies to report a cyber attack no more than 3 days after learning of it. Similarly, such bodies would have to notify the authorities no later than a day after paying any ransom demanded by the threat actors. However, the bill is being contested by the Department of Justice and Homeland Security, who have criticized provisions in the proposed new law that stipulate the reports must be made to Government Cybersecurity Agency, CISA, and not the FBI, conventionally the first responder to reported incidents of cybercrime. The FBI told Politico that moving key responsibility away from it in favor of CISA might discourage companies from talking to the Bureau and make it harder for the government to disrupt cybercrime gangs. But not all observers share the FBI's pessimism about the bill, which is due to go before Congress for consideration. The outlook for enacting the bill into law is strong, given that both chambers have approved similar cyber incident reporting requirements, said law firm Morrison Forster. Read the full story at Cyber News. Just follow the link. And that wraps up this week's AVAST Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.